Hello, welcome back. So we're picking up where we left off, which is at the start of Monster Hunter 2. And this game is different. Let me turn down the sound a bit. Okay, that should be a bit better. Wow. It sounded a little bit loud. Okay, so we're just beginning the game. So I already prepared a save and everything, but because there's certain things you need to do. Let me turn this off for a moment. Okay, so that's a bit better. The music was a little bit distracting. So we have a little different thing here. At the start is you get a trainer quiz before you meet your trainer. And I want you to, when we get into the game itself, note the time. The time is, well, interesting. But for what I understand, this training, there's a personality quiz that they give you. It's supposed to have some minor mechanical benefits to the game, but I don't think anybody's ever conclusively proving it. So I just want to go over it real quick. And this is the first game in the series. They give you the choice of being recognized as male or female. And you note the art style has improved heavily over Monster Hunter 1. So we're just going to answer yes to all of this because it doesn't really matter. So Colt replaces Holly, and okay. So Monster Hunter 2 takes place in a different region, a neighboring region, which is governed by EMA. If I remember correctly, it's International Monster Association. If I remember right, I'm not actually sure. And this gives you a nice little overview if you don't know what the if Monster Hunter 2 is your first game, which actually was true for certain regions. If I remember correctly, Monster Rancher 2 was sent to the PAL regions as Monster Rancher, so they never sent the original game over there. Okay, so all the way back in Monster Rancher 1, I talked about how Monster Rancher 2 had different market systems. So this is what we're actually going to talk about right now. So first off, you get two new monsters that first appear in Monster Rancher 2, the Zoom and Mochi. And this is actually the first game, and I think maybe the only one. I never played any newer games than I think the advanced ones because I missed out on the PlayStation 2 Monster Hunter games. So, seasonal monsters. You get the Zoom, which is the Monster Hunter 2 version of the Dino. Oh crap! I didn't mean to get him, so we'll go and sell him. We don't really need it. And you'll note that the camera view actually changes now depending on what area you go into. And you get to see him sadly walking away. Oh, shit. No, we don't want to try it. And Swayzo is a seasonal monster at the start. Oh, damn it, I clicked again. Did not mean to do this, but it's okay. It's just like I'm just like double tapping by accident here. All right, so let's get rid of it. Oh yeah, oh, no, okay. There's new stuff added in Monster Hunter 2, and we'll go over that, soon enough when we look at actual monsters. Damn it! Why did you get rid of it? There we go. So this is a slight thing. This is, as far as I know, this is the only game in the entire franchise where you can use save game data from a previous one. And this is really awesome because you could take a monster from Monster Rancher 1, put it in in the freezer there, and port it to here. Now you could port any monster from there. However, not all monsters would translate over correctly. And if you do not have the monster unlocked in Monster Hunter 2, you cannot have it in here. And what's with this weird glitch? There we go. It's doing it here too. I thought it was just glitching in Monster Hunter 1. Well, whatever. So you can see we have access to our angels. And, so generally speaking, if from my understanding, if the monster's type exists in Monster Rancher 2, then we can port it over correctly. Since the bunny does not exist in Monster Rancher 2, you get a pure pixie instead, as indicated by the icon color. The Grey Wolf does not exist in Monster Rancher 2, but I believe it actually may translate to a boss monster that it can be unlocked and bred. So that may be what the actual case is. And some of these are dragons and worms and golems that we cannot actually access yet. So here's what it looks like when you port a monster over from Monster Rancher 1. And you'll notice that everything got a major upgrade. And the monster comes out with around 15% of the stats they had in Monster Hunter 2. Sorry, Monster Hunter 1. It will come out in Monster Hunter 2 with 15% of the stats they had. Which means if you somehow manage to get a monster up there with, like, fucking not, maxed out stats, you can come out here with a very, very strong monster. And it keeps its name from Monster Rancher 1. Okay, now this is something that's new to the series at this point, which is the nature, the likes and dislikes. Now, you get the monster like certain items and foods, which can be either very detrimental or very, very beneficial to training plans. Generally speaking, you want the monster to like potato, tablet, and I think that's it. You want to have them avoid. You want to avoid having a monster that dislikes battle, because that means you cannot fight with that monster, or at least more correctly, it means their loyalty and such will tank. And you'll notice here that things have changed on the stat layout, or rather not stat layout, but technique layout. Will is now called Guts. Withering is basically a reduction, and some of them have been changed in name. So Lightning in Monster Rancher 1 now becomes Bolt. It is, however, pretty much the same as before. Low damage, but very, very high, high hitting, thing. And like I said, the models have been upgraded heavily. You have full 3D rotation, and you can actually make the monster do different actions depending on what you're for face button to press. That's the square one. That's a triangle. That's the cross button. Well, on PlayStation controller, it's X button. Oh, what the? Oh, yeah. What the? Yeah. So. And here is a new function in the game. You can only do this if a monster is out. So basically, it gives you some hidden insight into the monster, what you can relate to in-game stuff. So true abilities with corner means it has access to fury. Confident, I'm not sure what that one means. And yeah. So this is something new to the Monster Rancher DX 2 port. This is actually something that was in the original Monster Rancher 2 back in the Japanese version, because it incorporated the Pocket Station, which was something that never took off outside of Japan. There was a lot of games back then that had functions built into their Japanese game, their Japanese versions that incorporate Pocket Station gameplay. What the Pocket Station did was basically mobile gaming. Well, not quite mobile gaming, but it's basically like a very, very low. I don't want to say quality, because I'd say low technology. It was like a low technology, mobile game that you could plug into your PlayStation to give your game, the game it's associated with, power-ups. Now, if offhand, I remember Final Fantasy VIII having this. And indeed, in the PC version, which is on Steam, the Chocobo World minigame is part of that old Pocket Station, synergy, all that. So Monster Rancher 2 had this, and I did not notice until looking at this when, looking around, poking around in the DX port. So I did not know Monster Rancher 2 had this until now. So basically, if you want to play it, let's see, we'll go back to the title. Now, if you look on the right side of the screen below manual, we had the job. And honestly, I'm not really sure what the hell it is, so, how the hell do you actually play correctly? So, it tells you what the information about it is. I believe you have to accept the job, then you can do it, otherwise it doesn't count, going by what it says there. Anyway, we have a prepared save, so... And we have a couple, this is going to be our worker dog, early on. Now, to explain the differences between Monster Rancher 1 and 2 training. This will probably be one of our main, combat monsters once we get money built up. This is actually a special type of pixie that's unique to Monster Rancher 2. It comes out very strong with a high int, especially for a newbie baby monster. So it's an int-based pixie. It has the highest nature rating, and we managed to get one that likes tablets, so that helps a lot. Cup Jelly is okay for a weakness because there's only specific monsters that you want to have Cup Jelly as a favorite treat for. I say this because Cup Jelly is actually a part of a side quest to unlock a monster type that's that was introduced in this game. So you want to have a monster that likes Cup Jellies. Any dislike is irrelevant with them, but they have to like Cup Jellies. And the Mia starts out with Kiss and Ray. Ray was originally called, if I remember correctly, it was called Fireball. What's it, Fireball? Let me go look that up, because a lot of the names got changed around where they were different things. So let me look that up real quick. Yes, it was Fireball. Okay. No, wait, no, it's actually Sonic Blast. Sorry, it was Sonic Blast in Monster Rancher 1, and it had a shorter range than what it does now. Here it's a max range technique, and let's see, in Monster Rancher 1 it had B force, B rating for force, and D hit rate. Here is D force and C hit rate. So it's a nice little entry tech for Pixies if you can breed it from different Pixies. However, the Mia starts out with it, so you got a decent one that'll help you get you to the lower ranks. And she also comes with a new technique called the Heal Raid. But as you can see, she's okay for power, but she probably should not, considering she's got almost twice that in Int, go for Int. Because again, Pixies are some of the best Int monsters in the game. Here we have a White Hound, which is, I think, meant to be unlockable from the start version of the Grey Wolf. Now, we got one of the weird ones that has 101 all stats, so I guess this means it's one of those ones, those malleable ones, where you can make it a POW monster or an Int monster. But since we have access to Roar, we're going to Int. Now, Roar in Monster Rancher, let's see, 1 was. Pull it up. Roar was a B damage, B rank damage technique with a C rank hit rate. Here, it is E hit rate but B damage still. So it's also very good on reducing the enemy's guts. Now, the higher the winter rank, the more guts you reduce. So it's good at piss poor hitting, but if it hits hard. Also, it was dirty guts in Monster Rancher 1, but it is 40 here, so it's one that got adjusted heavily. And as you can see, we have a best rating monster here. Now, the nature ties into techniques as well as lifespan. The better the nature, the more likely the monster is going to live longer. And it can gain access to special techniques that only good aligned monsters can get. On the opposite end, a bad nature monster will have a shorter life, but gains access to evil aligned techniques. Some monsters can only gain access to techniques if they have evil or good nature. I believe you can have a neutral aligned monster, but that means you have a neutral effect on lifespan, as well as neutral access to certain techniques. Now you wonder why we have these two. Okay. By the way, I forgot to talk about if you see the icon, it's colored aqua. Aqua indicates that the monster with that icon is actually a special type. So since this is a Mia Pixie, that means she has the Aqua Pixie icon. Sueki, I think it's Sueki Suezo, has an icon. That's what same with the White Hound here. This is how you can pick out special types of monsters in tournaments and such. And some of the icons do look a little bit better than they did in Monster Rancher 1. Now, as I was gonna say, you probably wonder why we call this guy fraud. Well, this is not. I did not cheat, okay? Like, this is not actually cheating. This monster actually came out like this. There's a very good reason why it came out like this. If you go into the CD Shrine, in the Monster Shrine, and put, in the original PlayStation game, version of this, if you put in this Monster Rancher 1 CD, you got the Sueki Suezo special monster. Now, it's special two ways. One, it comes out with this, maximum life, defense, and high power, int, and skill. The other reason why it's special is it has, unless you put in unless you give it a golden piece to extend its lifespan, it automatically dies after 1 week, no matter what. So unless you use a golden lifespan, a golden piece to cheat the lifespan on that, it will die, no matter what you do. And this is actually good because one, it means you can cheat a tournament by sending in this son of a bitch, hence the name Fraud. And two, you can use it to quickly access at least two different monsters. Well, actually, there's 3 different monsters that require a dead monster. So this is actually a very useful way to cheat the system without risking a good monster. So this is why we call him Fraud, because we are committing insurance fraud. And he's also comes out with an evil nature anyway, so it doesn't matter. So first off, you'll notice the Rancher screen is heavily improved over Monster Rancher 1. For one, it's an actual 3D ranch instead of just a 3D monster wandering around on a 2D background. Rick he dislikes milk, so that was kind of a screw up. So Pabs is the equivalent of Teska from the first game. Great trainer, mentor to the assistant. Yeah, he does hate. Okay, he does hate milk, so let's not give him milk anymore. Okay, let's pause this so it doesn't advance anymore. So first off, you'll notice that drills do not give you money, so this means you have to fight a lot more. And some monsters will have bonuses towards certain errant trees as well as drills. Errant tree is the same thing as training in Monster Rancher 1. It'll have the same benefits and also the same, times as, same, I'm trying to think of the right word. Yes, it'll have the same chance to have half-off periods, as well as the Monster Rancher 2 errant tree has new things entirely. So the errant tree guy is kind of a prick. So this is something that is new to the training. Yeah. So basically, you have a random chance of getting a bounty against a monster. And as you can see, each one teaches a different type of technique, as well as has a different stat. So something to note is, unlike Monster Rancher 1, you are always guaranteed life every time you go into errant tree on top of the primary stat. So this is actually really, really good. So let me look up real quick what the White Hound is good at. Let's see, Tiger. Okay, so the White Hound has a bonus on Run. And it starts out with Roar. And the specific one we picked has over 100 extra weeks than the usual White Hound. So that's pretty good. So that means it is... Oh, wow. It's a bonus on life. So here is what it looks like. Before we do that, let's take a look at battle. So you'll notice battle has the screen changed over. It has been overhauled. For one, you can I mentioned this in the previous Monster Hunter 1 setting, but here it you'll start at the bottom for the screen. Everything is listed alphabetically from highest to lowest. And here we have where the opportunity to access a bracket higher than what you actually are, which is great. It was one of the biggest qualities of life they could have done. And you'll notice something else. There are a lot more tournaments. Isn't it nice? And there's a lot more items as well from that you can earn in these tournaments. So this is because of taking away the option to work. Use your monster to work, meaning you have to fight more, and that means you have access to more and more tournaments. So not only do you have seasonal, you have monsters that can do enter certain cups to gain access to stuff like this. The hero badge, which steadily increases your monster's nature. And there's also the New Year Cup. Now, when the New Year comes around, we're actually going to enter this with the one of the Squeaky Swayzos. And we're going to cheese this shit. Because the free-for-all is actually very, very scary if you don't know what to expect. And when we get to that, I'll explain it. But if you can see here, there are a lot more tournaments than there were in Monster Hunter 1. And remember, this is the default ones. Once you start doing stuff like unlocking tournaments, like the Big Four, or the special invitationals, like for monster unlocks and all that, it fills up very fast. Plus, you get access to stuff like this, which is only for monsters that I believe are under 6 months old. So you have a lot more options, and there's a bigger focus on battling in Monster Hunter 2 than there was in Monster Hunter 1. Because you could go the entire year in Monster Hunter 1 without without fighting, just in still raise stats because you were doing training via working. Anyway, so we're gonna do light drills for a bit. I failed. He doesn't seem happy, so let's rest. Let him rest. So as I said, you actually see your monster a lot more now in the 3D field. So you actually see him doing the drills instead of just a little 2D cartoon and all that. So this is what it looks like when you have a monster that has a bonus to a drill or an errantry. A monster can have both. Okay, so now I see the bonus works. So the bonus is automatically calculated in. So since we had 101 life going into that, we had a bonus, meaning the monster got 2. You know, this is one you want to give when you're on a budget, or if the monster likes potatoes. That's the only time you should do it, because it drops loyalty otherwise. Ooh, look at them gains. That was good. That was nice to see. And some monsters will give you an indication of whether or not they like doing a drill or not. Okay, we're definitely going to that Freshman's Cup with one of the Swayzos. We can't actually go ahead and cheese this now with one of the Swayzos, so... Yeah, don't take him away. So I forgot what the break point is for... I think the monster has to be actually rank up in grade before they can actually start taking it. Actually, now that I think about it, we should probably actually get some more Swayzos. You know, it might just be better to do, have a couple of those on backup when we have a really good opportunity to come up, you know? Oh, actually, wait. Very correctly, there was a certain monster you could get. Let me see. So you had to specify Tecmo or to pull it up. Let's see, very correctly, you see. No, that's not what I wanted. Weird. I believe this is the right one. I'm not sure. We'll see. There was a special monster you can get in Monster Hunter 2 that specifically required the Deception CD. I just don't remember which Deception CD it was. Oh! Maybe this guy. If I remember correctly, this is the Mochini. What? What the hell should I call him? I don't know what the hell he looks like. I don't know what kind of shitpost I can make here. I don't know, kind of looks like a Ramus. Let's fuck it. Call it Ramus. Yep, that is a special... Okay, so as you can see, he's got the icon of, the aqua color, so it is the special, Mochi. And he's got nice stats, too. Wow, look at those. Now, remember correctly, most Mochis are actually good aligned. They'll have either good or best as their, default alignment. And he just likes to have, so it's okay. We just got him for the, shits and giggles. So he starts out with heavy press. Okay. And starting in Monster Hunter 2, some of the monsters actually now have grade ratings. Now, keep in mind, from what I understand, from what I've understood for years now, the grade of a monster on the card does not actually reflect the monster in game. I think it just means rarity. So the Mia is a special rare monster, pixie, so S rating. And Tiger is a rare monster, so B rating. Sueki Suayzo is actually really easy to get if you have access to Monster Hunter 1 somehow. So I think that's the reason for making it a C rating. And the B rate, the B, Mochini is B. So I'm not really sure why, because I guess, maybe it's easy access. I don't know. What are these animations? Anyway, as you can see, the monster cards are also overhauled. They show little art vignettes, kind of like a magic card, I guess. No, I don't think Magic's the right one to say here. I think more like Yu-Gi-Oh! That's what they kind of strike me as. It's more closer to Yu-Gi-Oh! So again, put in Tecmo. I don't remember if there's anything else special from, might as well take a look, though. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. It's probably something not worth, mentioning. Yeah, it's a pixie type. Oh, shit. A quick defense. You can actually reject a monster now instead of taking it. Shiny stone. So yeah, you can have a neutral monster from the start, meaning multiple on that one. Let's just get rid of this monster. I don't want it. Now let's see here. There's also a special pixie we could pick up. That was actually in Monster Rancher 1, but nobody seems to have found the code in DX to get it in Monster Rancher 1, so, which is a shame, because it uses a different outfit in Monster Rancher 1. So let's see which one is the best one to pick here. Let's see. Right now, so once I know which one to pick, we'll go ahead and unlock it. So just looking to see. Should have checked it before it started this up, but yeah, that's on me. Okay, looks like big number. This one is. Let's see. What is? Okay, so. If you're wondering why this looks familiar, you're about to find out why. Ah, that's not what I wanted. This isn't a shitpost, by the way. I swear it's not. Mirror, huh? Why isn't it a shitpost? Is that what you're thinking? Here it is. This is why. Because it actually is a Kasumi monster. And good lord, the on-the-nose joke here. So yeah, call back to that God of War joke, huh? Damn kids is going crazy for God of War. Back in my day, we had Pixie. This is why. I just like how blunt and in your face it was. This is a teen-rated game, by the way. Like, look at this. Look at the description. They were in. I swear, I feel like Tecmo was in on the joke about DOA and what it was doing to teenage boys back then. And this, mind you, this was before Extreme Beach Volleyball. So they were embracing the joke up before it was even made. I love it. It's just so funny. Anyway, let's go ahead and freeze her. And I'll probably, I think off screen I'll probably, clean out, clean some of these, a couple of these out, because most of this is just showing off what these special monsters look like. So don't actually have a need for them mechanically yet, I think. And let's see, I think we have one more to pick up. Yeah, I think this is, looking at this other one, I think this monster is actually in Monster Hunter 1, but it's a different name. Let me check before I go over there and look. Okay, maybe it wasn't. I'm not sure. I want to say... Nah. So there's a special monster, special version of Pixie in Monster Hunter 2 called the Poison Breed, and it looks a lot like kind of like a recolored and improved version of the Eve one, but I don't think it's not quite the same. So there are other than breed certain monsters that are in special monsters in Monster Hunter 1 do appear in 2, and you can unlock them or fight against them or whatever. However, generally speaking, the only things returning from Monster Hunter 1 that are guaranteed to appear are breed subtypes. So I'll explain what I mean. So the Pixie has a Pixie plant Pixie plant subtype, right? Which was the Dixie, what we just saw. Wait, no, that was not Dixie. That was Zoom, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, so that was in Monster Hunter 1 as the let's see, what was it called in Monster Hunter 1? Okay, it's called Dixie in Monster Hunter 1 as well. So both games, that monster's guaranteed because Monster Hunter 1 appeared there too. What doesn't translate over is the unique ones. So there's actually in-game, I don't know if it's called in-game or it's like supplemental stuff, but there's actually an explanation in it for it, is that because Ema has a different monster breeds. That's the region where Monster Hunter 2 takes place is different from the one in Monster Hunter 1, does different breeds. Which is why you see Zoom instead of Dino. And there's actually some other ones that show up like that. Okay, we haven't got to the next season yet. So once the season changes... I forgot to go get the monster. Yeah, that's right. Now I remember, originally I was just going to get another Sueki Suezo. So let's put it in tech mode again. Now, when you want to get a monster from Monster Hunter 1, you have to specify the tech mode version instead of the Quay tech mode version. Because as far as the CD database is concerned, it's actually two different entities. Now it looks normal, but once you get there, yeah. And call him fraud because that's what he is. We're committing fraud. Also, you notice the monsters are much more vocal than they were in the first game. So anyway, we're going to cheese this tournament. And you also notice that each of the cups has a little match, graphic that pops up at the start, and they put a lot of detail into these cups. And the announcer is also much more lively than the first games. So, Monster Rancher 2 was really the better version. Like, I would say honestly, out of all the ones I played, 2 was the best. I played 1 and 2, and I remember playing the advanced games. So 2 really feels like the pinnacle. I did not get to play the PlayStation 2 ones though. And you can see the icons are much more readable now. So you can clearly see whether or not you've gotten a loss or a win. And when you actually get inside a match, you can actually see the card graphics now. And you can actually go into a tournament and win without actually fighting. So I don't think this was possible in Monster Rancher 1. I know we were able to get withdrawals at the S ranks, and we still ended up having to fight anyway. So this is why you want to have an army of Squeaky Swayzos, because you can just commit so much fraud and never actually have to do anything. It got no fame because it didn't fight. They took dives. Okay, now here is something new to the Monster Rancher 2. Rather new to the game at this point. It's kind of random, but you always get 3 stats, and it randomly increases a stat. So if you take a battle, if you take a battle and for a week and win, you could actually have better results than doing a drill that week. And here comes the death screen. Let me slow it down so you'll probably see it. And look at that, the spirit just straight up pieces out. And honestly, it touches the heartstrings here, Like, if this was a monster we actually cared about, this should be fucking, all terrible day for rain in here, She's awfully choked up for a monster we knew for less than a fucking week. More like, less than 10 minutes. Maybe 5 at most? 3? Yeah, natural causes my ass. Okay, so this is something I actually got a comment about. I think if the monster dies from an injury suffered in battle, his dialogue will actually change. I cannot remember ever having a monster die due to that. So, if I did, it's been an incredibly long time. So I cannot remember if his dialogue changes based on how the monster actually dies. Now, you want to do this because you need the memorial. And just like Monster Rancher 1, you'll get a little ceremony. Now, in Monster Rancher 1, depending on how famous the monster was and what the accomplishments were, you'll get more NPCs showing up. Like you'll get the training one, some of the announcers, Pabs, and I forget who else. Look how happy she is. She just buried the fucking monster that she was all choked up after knowing for less than 5 minutes. And she's all happy again. I think she might be bipolar. Anyway, it's the second week, so let's go ahead and get our dog back out. And they say, the NPC says it'll cost a lot to hold the funeral, but I don't think it actually does drain any money. So I'm pretty sure we did not lose any money from that cheesing. We'll probably go and get another Swayzo for that one, because remember the Geo is actually decent. Plus, 2K prize. And also, since the monsters start out at E rank, you want to just farm all the stuff you can access at E rank. So mostly 2K stuff, as well as this. The New Year's Cup, you could probably cheese that. And when we get to this, I'll explain why you want to use a Squeaky Swayzo for that, unless you have a very strong monster. Ooh, that nice fat life up. Yeah, those damn puppy dog guys. You see that? I feel like they really gave Colt more personality than Holly got. So it's probably going to be at least 1 or 2 sessions before we actually do this, because at the moment, what you want to do is basically work up money. Since the DX version allows you to cheat the system by using Sueki Suezos. So we got July 2nd. Also, now that I'm thinking about it, isn't it weird we never pay rent on this? Like, what's going on that you never ever have to pay rent on the farm? Oh, I totally forgot about the item shop. So one of the nerfs they introduced. Well, first off, let's get this. They added a lot more default items. So if we remember correctly, this treat, well, actually, despite what it says here, the sweet jelly, if you remember correctly, it actually pushes your monster towards evil, whereas sour will push it towards good. So these nuts oils are the equivalent of taffy. Now, the reason why you want to use Sueki Swayzo to cheat the system and get money is because these things cost a fucking lot. And this is actually useful for certain unlocks as well as strategies, because this actually gives you 20 fame per use. But it costs a lot, so you want to do that when you have a lot of money. And this is great if you have a monster that's fat. Otherwise, you have a lot of you have items that come back from the first game, which serve the same purposes they did in the first game. Okay, so that may not be the right item. Okay, let's go and get another one. I wanted to show what one of the other nerfs was. So this is a nerf they did for items. In the first game, you could just throw out an entire shop's worth of items into a monster. Here, you can only do it once a week. The monster will reject it. Alright, let's go get, yeah. So let's take a look at our money before this. So we have 6,090. Also, I forgot to talk about this. If you look at the tournament info, it's a lot more detailed than it was in Monster Rancher 1. Ooh, he wants to fight. You got balls, son. Too bad I gotta take them. So this is what it looks like when you actually get into a fight now. Is that you see the two monsters cards. And you have a much better layout for the stats. Thanks for the freebie. Should have took the dive like everybody else. Okay, so we should have, let's see here. We should have 8,240 after this. You got 4 fame. And we'll just skip past all this. Unfortunately, once you see a death screen once, you can't just skip it, so... Fortunately, we had to fast forward. Hurry up, I want to collect my money. Ah! Okay, so that doesn't actually take a lot of money. She was exaggerating. It only takes 40 or so. Because I just calculated up how much we should have had from that win. So it only takes 40 gold. That's pretty good. Or you could just say no to the funeral, conserve all your money. Kinda forgot what he likes. I can't give him that one, so. Yeah, I gotta say, it was really convenient to have so many monsters like fish. Oh, that's really expensive. Well, let's just pass on that for now. Anyway, what's coming up next for our battles? Nah. Basically, you want to pick and choose which one, since it takes, a few moments to go get a Squeaky Swayzo, you want to pick and choose the battles you do it on. Basically, you only break it out for, where the price is at least 2,000 gold. Oh, actually, wait, hold on. Let me check that. Now, talk about how those steroids work. Okay, so a Nigeo cup will give you at least 2,500 gold if you sell it, which you probably should, honestly, because you need money more than you do the stats. Anyway, I was gonna say you should only go for the item, the cups that give at least 2,000 gold. Ooh, that magic banana. We are definitely going to get a Swayzo for that one. Cheat it. So the magic banana was changed in... Let's see if I can find... I need to find the items list. Okay, so in the original game, it's actually changed twice. So in the original game, let's see. Come on, where are you? I just had it pulled up. Okay, so the original Monster Rancher, what it did was... Where is it? I just had it. Ugh. Okay, I think in Monster Rancher 1 it was only a combined item. Let me see. I don't know if I'm actually looking at the right one or not. Okay, I think I am, because this is odd. Oh, yes, I am looking at the right one. So, I think the magic banana only existed as a combined item in Monster Rancher 1. In Monster Rancher 2, in the original North American version, it could add or remove the lifespan of a monster by 1 week. So it's like a very, very, emergency peach item. However, in Monster Rancher 2 Japanese version, which is the same as the DX port, it removes stress and fatigue, or it removes stress or fatigue, sometimes both, depending on the RNG. So the magic bananas in the Japanese version are actually better. And let's see, it does it. Yeah, but I don't see a list of what it sells for. Let me look. Let's see, Monster Rancher 2 items. Hmm. Where is it? Okay, so Magic Banana has two different functions in this game. First is to reduce the stress and fatigue, as well as it can unlock a bounty monster. Now let's see here. Okay, it doesn't say. Where is it? I thought I saw where it said. Okay, it just shows when the item comes out. It doesn't say the actual price. Oh wait, never mind. Let's see, it sells. Okay, showing ship guide. This thing. Yeesh. You think it would be easier to tell? Well, it's whatever. It probably sells okay. So, yeah. Anyway, back to let's see, where we were in August. Yeah, I'm not going to bother going for a Desert Moon Cup right now. Okay, so when September comes around, we can look at this. And, she has different dialogue for certain cups. She has different dialogue for competing in an official cup over a non-official cup. You'll see what I mean in a few minutes. So we gotta keep that strict off, and well, I'm not sure. I can't remember. It's been so long. I don't remember what the best way to do that one was. It could be we don't have the items to really manipulate it just yet. We need him to fail again at some point so we can just, not punish him. Oh, okay. So now I remember. This is something that was not present in the original game. So you can either get a regular success or a great. Now, if I remember correctly, a great is like 50% or higher. Let me see if I can pull up info on it. I never actually bothered looking up what it was for many years. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, huh. Interesting. Look at this up there. It's actually a trick you can use for a raising method, but we need a lot of money first, which we can get thanks to the Swayzos. Hmm. Okay, so wait, well, oh yeah, I was looking for great. Let's see. Hmm. Sadly, I can't see what it actually says for what the difference is. It's unfortunate, but I think you get like a yeah, yeah. I think it's just like a bonus months on it, as well as the opportunity to praise or scold it. Oh yeah, it's changed, hasn't it? Season. Ah, damn it! Stop that. Okay. Let's just freeze it. So I think we missed the summer season. There should be 4 different monsters that rotate out. That's not what I want. Ah, here we go. So you can get a hare as your that's the one for a fall. If I remember correctly, spring is Swayzo, and summer should have been one of the new monsters introduced in Monster Hunter 2. We'll check in winter because I believe the one I'm thinking of is in summer, so we'll come back here in the winter. Okay, November 2 is the Glow Cup. Let's go ahead and rest this week. So this is the dialogue you get when you try to compete in the higher one. This is, again, one of the best things they could have done for the series was to allow you to compete at a higher level. Because if you quit a D one, you go straight to C rank, and that means you skip 2 monster breeder ranks, and it means you can speed up and gain access to certain unlocks and such that can only be gained when you hit the C level. If I remember correctly, it's B and C level where a lot of the unlocks come out in the game, and it's A for the very, very, very powerful stuff. Like the dragon unlocks, you can only start when you're at A or S rank, if I remember right. And also, you can just see him wandering all over the place. And for a change, he's not pissing all over the area. I can't believe they actually had the dog just run around and take a piss on the things, but they don't have the dog do it here, which is cool. Anyway, let's see. And as you notice, the prices are roughly the same as the prices in the format are roughly the same as Monster Hunter 1, except for the E rank, which is in the Monster Hunter 1 it was a 4-person tournament. Now it's a 6-person. Same for D rank. So these two stay the same, and these did not change. Okay, so November and December, we get extra money this way. Nice. Ooh, sexy. So I think a consistent system with him, with how they changed it in Monster Hunter 2 is basically always praise when they do great, and when they come back from the tournament when they learn. Otherwise, punish. Keep it even. Actually, I'm kind of tempted to take him in this one because his E ranking is easy. Oh, he's fat. Well, we gotta do something about that. I did not realize he was fat. That's not what I want. So the way they changed the steroids around is, first off, they call them stimulants now. And second, they increase stats for a percentage for 1 week only, instead of a permanent upgrade. And I believe you still lose the lifespan. So, cool. He is back to normal. So let's save. Okay, that's next week. Oh, nice. Good job. Rookie Cup. So now they have two different types of tournaments in this game. First off, you have the round robin, which is the standard tournament that was in Monster Hunter 1, and it's the most common tournament. And here you have a two match tournament basically, which is because it's elimination. And as you can see, Oakley Man is one of the new monsters introduced, which is called a Gaboo. A Gaboo is, well, you can see it in the intro, the opening movie of Monster Hunter 2, and you can see a part of it on the card. Notice that's a Zoom Swayzo combination. That card looks so cute. Some of these monsters actually look really adorable. Come on, go back. Okay, so Roar is changed in Monster Hunter 2 in more than just its stats and what it does. So now you see the animation, and you will not know if the monster dodged until it goes off. If it did not dodge, then you see what we just saw, where the monster shook its head, screaming, so to speak. So you don't see that blast, that they had in Monster Hunter 1, which is honestly something which they didn't take away. That's not what. That's weird. It's not letting me, knock it back. Damn it. I don't know what just happened, but we won anyway, so it wasn't letting me knock it back. So that's really odd. And now when you get to the final match, you get this. It's a nice little final graphic. So honestly, the Roar otherwise is really good in this game. I think it's better than it was in the first one. So we basically just got back that power we lost from the drill. That's pretty good. I like it. Let's go ahead and rest him. I wouldn't bother messing around with these until you have maybe an S rank, because you're most likely going to get. Okay, so actually I'm going to show you why. Yeah, I was going to plan on doing this with you know, the hold on, sorry. Yeah, I was planning on explaining it better here. Why you want to use the Squeaky Swayzo on these, unless you have a very strong monster. So we'll go ahead and save. Oh. It doesn't matter which one you try to enter on you know, when it's a free-for-all tournament like that. So first off, free-for-alls are very random on the monsters there. Ah, fuck me. We got. I think I recognize at least one from B rank. Yeah. So your monster opponent pool is actually really random. Yeah. See. This is why you want to take a Sueki Suezo, or you know, just have a very, very powerful overall monster, because it can be very random. Now, if I remember correctly, this is actually an A rank or an S rank opponent. So yeah. And we have absolutely no chance of hitting that son of a bitch. So we'll just back out. And I'll reload again to get a different seed. Oh, interesting. It's supposed to actually change depending on which one. Let me look that up, because that seems unusual that it did not actually change. Because I remember one of the big things about free-for-alls is you could get a very random amount. You know, you could get like a mostly D ranks or E ranks, or sometimes mostly S and A's. Let me look, because this is odd. It should have actually changed. Let's see what we can do. Okay, I'm about to look it up, Google it, 'cause it seems odd. That's not a Legend Cup. If it is, I can't, don't know where I'm going. Okay, hold on. I may have to check a different site for this. Okay, I guess it's not going to show it. I guess there isn't one here for what I'm looking for. So, and why does it keep randomly cutting out like that? It's so weird. Okay, I think what was it? Satya? I think that's how you pronounce it. Satya and Regretti are from the B or A tiers. I'm pretty sure that number 2 there, minutes, is from C rank. Oh, fuck me. That actually may be an A rank zoom. Yeah. Fall back, just get up. So, free-for-alls are incredibly scary if you do not know what you're expecting there. Okay, so this is also something that improves hugely from Monster Rancher 1. If you withdraw from a tournament, you are no longer forced to watch all the fights play out. It'll automatically fill it in based on RNG. And it looks like the number 6, Sumuji, which is a blue Kato. Let's see, yeah, he lost to Sakya and Regretti, okay. And Karahan lost to Minute, Sumuji, and Sakya, okay. Yep, if you lose, you get a... Go eat that potato like it. And you'll notice the entry has different formatting and layout than versus the tournament for the first game. First game, I think it was a straight FINBA notice. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, you know, I never actually read the damn text. It's EMA Errantry. I always thought it was a separate organization. Go figure. But yeah, it's in FINBA notes before. So we're actually going to reload. Oh, that's not what I want. Okay, we got to get the Gallo Cup next month. Okay, we'll get him rest once we get this done. So we're actually gonna stop here, and I'm gonna do some off-screen grinding of Squeaky Swayzo cheesing, and we'll come back. When we have a lot of money, we're ready to put in serious investment on a monster. So see you next time, and thanks for watching.